Complete and utter deja vu. It really just feels like it. I truly do feel it just feels like deja vu. Complete, not a full-on replication of last year's Game 1 of the NLDS, but I feel like this one hurt a little bit more because you got off to a bigger lead. It was 3-0, but same old things just continue to happen. Same old things just continue to happen. And what did I say coming into this postseason series against LA? Game 1 was very important. Game 1 was probably the first. Well, Game 1 was the most important game you needed to win. Because obviously you have home field advantage. You don't need to win any games on the road. You can win your games at home. Now you put yourself in a very tough situation. Because now you have to win one game in LA at least. But you still got to win tomorrow. Like, you still got to fucking win tomorrow. Am I saying the series is over? No. But did I lose a lot of confidence after today's game? Of course, 100%. It also doesn't help when Harrison Bader strains his hamstring when we didn't even know that was the case originally because we saw Nick Castellanos come up in the pinch hitter circle or the on-deck circle and for Harrison Bader, and we're all thinking to ourselves, what the fuck is Rob Thomson doing? Why are you pinch hitting Nick Castellanos for Harrison Bader? Why aren't you pinch hitting for Max Kepler or something like that? Why Bader? And then we find out the next half inning that Bader strained his hamstring, and I would assume he's done for the series. That's what I would assume at least, unless he's going to try to play through it. But I don't think that's going to be the case. And now you lost one of your better bats, and that's also a very big blow to this lineup that already struggled in today's game. Mainly the top guys. Your top guys were not good. Just being blunt, they were atrocious. Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber especially. Bryce Harper wasn't good. Out of the main four, JT Realmuto was one of the ones that had the lone big hit in the game with the triple where Teoscar Hernandez was just completely just not even trying on that ball. Then Bader with the sacrifice fly, which everybody thought was going off the bat, made it a 3-0 lead. Christopher Sanchez was doing really good. He was battling. He was fighting through base runners, but he was doing very good. Then you get into that sixth inning. He allows a couple of base runners with 2 outs. Did Rob Thomson leave him in there too long? Should he have taken him out after the walk to Freddie Freeman? Probably. Maybe that could have been the case. Hindsight's always 20/20. Brings in David Robertson to a wraparound inning in the 7th. Allows those 2 base runners to get on. Then Matt Strom comes in with inherited runners, gets Shohei Ohtani to strike out, gets Mookie Betts to pop up, but then he just leaves one right over the middle of the plate for Teoscar Hernandez, who hits it out of the park to give the Dodgers the 5-3 lead. A lot of questionable decisions from Rob Thomson, which I also said was a bigger factor in this series, which manager on which side was going to overmanage. Now, did I think Rob Thomson overmanaged, or was he being a little bit too complacent? Was he not being aggressive enough? Because there was also talk before the game that Ranger Suarez was going to be available out of the bullpen. Why not use Ranger Suarez for an inning? You have a couple of days off before he pitches in Game 3. Why not take that risk? Why force David Robertson out there for another inning when he did his job in the bottom of the 6th, on the top of the 6th? Why force him out there again? Why not use Ranger for that top of the 7th inning against the bottom of the lineup? Why not do that? Then you probably don't force Matt Strom into that situation with inherited runners. Maybe the Dodgers don't take the lead. Maybe you use Matt Strom in the top of the 8th. Now, granted, I don't know what would happen in that situation either with Matt Strom on the mound. But it's, like I said, hindsight is always 20/20. And I mean, the top of the lineup, man, was just not good. The top of the lineup was not good. Seriously, Alec Bohm walked twice in this game. He did 2 things better than the entirety of the top of the lineup. Trey Turner was not good. Like I said, Kyle Schwarber was probably the worst out of the 3, in my personal opinion. Kyle Schwarber was the worst out of the 3. Your top of the lineup went a combined 1 for 11 with 6 strikeouts. Trey Turner had a walk, and Bryce Harper had a single in that 8th inning when you did have a chance to come back into the game bases loaded. You pinch hit Edmundo Sosa for Brandon Marsh, or you pinch hit, you know what I mean. Edmundo Sosa comes in for Brandon Marsh in that pinch hit situation. Bases loaded against the lefty, and Sosa flies out. Your top of the lineup wasn't good. The rest of the lineup, Alec Bohm, he went 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Brandon Marsh, he went 1 for 3. JT Realmuto, he had the triple in that 2nd inning, got 2 RBIs. Kepler went 1 for 4. He had the double in the 8th inning. Bader, before he came out of the ball game, he got on base. Well, didn't get on base, but he didn't technically record an at-bat in his stat line. Went 0 for 0 with a sac fly, and he also got hit by a pitch. I really want to know when the strained hamstring happened. Was it on the play where he was diving for the ball? Was it going after the Teoscar Hernandez home run? Was it diving back to second base when he got hit in the arm by Shohei Ohtani on the throwback? That's what I really want to know. When did he strain the hamstring? Because people that were at the ballpark, I saw on Twitter, saying that Bader looked like he was limping out there in center field. He was trying to stretch out the leg. So there's definitely a lot of question marks surrounding that. When did he start feeling it in the hamstring? When did he start feeling it? And that's a big question mark. But Castellanos came into the ball game. He went 0 for 2. Bryson Stott went 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Struck out 12 times in this game. He went 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Castellanos 0 for 1. Kepler 0 for 1. JT had the only hit. Turner went 0 for 1. Schwarber 0 for 1. Sosa 0 for 1. And Stott 0 for 1. Pitching-wise, Christopher Sanchez, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs allowed, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts on 94 pitches. Christopher Sanchez, 100% battled, and you go to that top of the 6th inning where he got the first 2 guys out. He got Betts to ground out. He got Teoscar Hernandez to strike out, but then he walks Freddie Freeman. He allows the single to Tommy Edman, and then Kike Hernandez with a double that scored 2 of those runs. And then eventually Rob Thompson came in and brought in David Robertson. Should have David Robertson come in to face Tommy Edman? That definitely is Tommy Edman is a switch hitter. He would have been batting left-handed at that point, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not entirely sure. I think Tommy Edman is a switch hitter. But yeah, like I said, hindsight in that situation is 2020. I really don't blame Christopher Sanchez that much. I believe he battled through the entire day and he did his job. He only allowed 2 earned runs to this Dodgers lineup, and you can also just throw it out there that you're not going to keep the Dodgers lineup just quiet the entire night. David Robertson, he gets charged with 2 runs after Matt Strahm allowed the 3-run shot to Teoscar Hernandez. He allowed the 2 base runners, obviously. Hit batter. Well, did he? Yeah, he did hit a batter. So go to that 7th inning of work. There's so many things that, Pages with the single. Will Smith get hit by a pitch. Then Strahm comes in, manages to strike out Ohtani. Ohtani wasn't good at the plate either tonight. That's one of the crazy things. You got Ohtani to strike out 4 times, and you got Betts to go 0 for 5. It's just they got big hits in big situations when they needed it from different guys in the lineup, like a Teoscar Hernandez. And Teoscar Hernandez responded to his lollygagging out there in right field during the JT triple. So that's a guy that stepped up. Your top of the lineup didn't step up. So just go through this game. Bottom of the 1st, top of the lineup goes down 1-2-3. Bottom of the 2nd inning, Bohm with the leadoff walk, Marsh with the single, JT with the triple that scored 2 runs. Bader eventually got the sacrifice fly that made it 3-0. But then top of the 3rd, or bottom of the 3rd, top of the lineup goes down 1-2-3 once again. Then another 1-2. I think Shohei Ohtani retired I believe 15 batters in a row, if I'm not mistaken, in his final part of the outing. Yeah, bottom of the 4th, down 1-2-3. That's 6 retired in a row right there. Okay, bottom of the 5th, you had some chances right there. Kepler struck out. Bader got hit by a pitch. Stott with a single, but then Turner lines out. Schwarber strikes out with a chance to blow the game open there. And that's when the Dodgers eventually make it 3-2. Bottom of the 6th, you go down 1-2-3. Harper with another strikeout. Marsh with a strikeout. Then the Dodgers take that lead in the top of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th inning, JT reached on a throwing error. Kepler then flied out, and then Nick Castellanos grounded into a double play because why not? Bottom of the 8th, Turner with a walk. Harper with a single with 2 outs. Bohm with a walk to load the bases up, and then Edmundo Sosa pinch hitting for Brandon Marsh in that situation, fly out to center field. And then your bottom of the 9th inning, Kepler with that one out double. Castellanos, for some reason, swinging at the first pitch. Grounds out, moves Kepler to the 3rd, and then Stott fouled out, popped up in foul territory. to end the game. Classic. One of the best teams at home in the regular season, 55-26, and you lose the first game of home field advantage, which basically just completely evaporates it. Completely evaporates home field advantage. Can't say I'm not shocked. Can't say I'm not shocked. Even though I did try to spread I believe in this team because I thought they showed me something different in the final part of the season from the trade deadline on, they just reverted back to their old selves. They just did. Top of the lineup. If you want to put the excuse with Trey Turner and his hamstring, he really didn't have to do much on the base path, so I can't really put the hamstring on in the batter's box. Trey Turner just wasn't good in the batter's box tonight. Kyle Schwarber, like I said, he wasn't good. He was, like I said, he was the worst of the bunch. He was the worst. He just did not look like he could see anything coming out of the Dodgers pitcher's hands. He just looked lost out there against Ohtani. He looks lost out there against Tyler Glass now. He just looked lost. Completely lost. Bryce Harper, just being way too aggressive at the plate. He was swinging at fucking everything. Just wasn't good. And just look at what the Dodgers did. They piggybacked Tyler Glass now off of Shohei Ohtani. Then Vesia came in. They used Roki Sasaki out of the bullpen. Dave Roberts called a good game. Where maybe you could have brought in Ranger Suarez. Like you said, he was available in today's game. Why don't you use Ranger Suarez? Why not be aggressive at that point? Why even state that he's available if you're not going to use him? That's just major question marks that I have for the manager. I just do. And like I said, we all had the major question marks when he was pinch hitting Nick Castellanos for Bader until we found out that Bader strained his hamstring. So at that point, the blame was taken off Rob Thomson because he had to pinch hit for Bader in that situation. I just really want to see. Actually, it's a groin, they're saying. It's an injury to the groin. Yep, Rob Thomson said it's a groin issue with Harrison Bader, not a hamstring. He'll get imaging done tomorrow and they'll know more. Maybe that's the benefit of having the day off. Maybe that is the benefit. Maybe that is the benefit. But I have no idea. I have no idea. It's just the top guys. Top guys didn't do anything. Top guys didn't do anything. If I'm looking at this game as an entire whole, top guys are more to blame. Harper, Schwarber, Trey. Those guys are more to blame than I would say a Rob Thomson. Rob Thomson had a bad influence on this game, no doubt. But I'm putting more blame on the top guys. I feel like that's where the blame should go. Your top guys, your top three in the lineup. Like I said, 1 for 11 with 6 strikeouts combined. It's not good. It's not good at all. And on a day where you also shut down Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts, I mean, you should win that game. I know the Dodgers have other weapons in their lineup like Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, Tommy Edman, all that stuff. But when you're shutting like their 2 best players down in their lineup, your best players have to step up. Your best players need to do something. Your best players didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. Like I said, out of the core 4 of the lineup, JT Realmuto was the only person to do anything. And I'm not even like fully defending JT because he only had the 1 hit, even though that 1 hit was probably the biggest impact hit of the game, was the triple. But it's just like fooling us again, I guess. Now, if you want to say I sound like a loser, saying that it sounds like it's already over and all of that stuff, go ahead. I'm so numb to this stuff now. I'm so numb. Yes, it takes one game because I saw what I saw. I saw the combination of past postseasons in one game right here with the Phillies. This game was a complete deja vu from last year's NLDS Game 1 against the Mets. Complete deja vu. You go up early in that game. Your starting pitcher does really good. Your offense doesn't do anything besides really not much. Really nothing. Your offense gets shut down the rest of the game. And then your bullpen can't hold it. 3 runs wasn't enough. 3 runs wasn't enough against this Dodgers lineup. Now that's on your bullpen to fucking shut it down. That's on Matt Strom to not allow. I know you're getting it brought into a fucking difficult situation. This is the playoffs. You got to get out of difficult situations. You can't allow a fucking 3-run bomb to Teoscar after you get Mookie and Shohei out. You got to bear down, get the guy out. David Robertson, you can't allow 2 guys to get on. Like, these are guys that we need to rely on. And they were all major question marks coming into the postseason. And the fact they also use fucking Duran's entrance when they're losing 5-3. Read the room. Read the room. In my personal opinion, read the fucking room. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Basically, the only things that I'm seeing right now is just updates on the Bader injury, which is groin. That's basically it. It's just that it's groin. It is groin. That is it. Yeah, groin. Nope, not seeing anything else. Nope, not seeing much. Nope, not seeing anything else. It's unreal. It's unreal. Let's see. Rob Tom's okay. Here's Rob speaking on his decision making today. Oh wait, crap! Don't have it available for Jesus Christ. I got to start it over. Now here we go.
Rob, what went into the decision to bring Robertson back out after getting the 1 out to finish the 6th? I believe it was.
Well, I wanted to make sure we had a lefty on Ohtani. So if anybody else, if you bring another righty in, he's got to face Ohtani. So that's really what it came down to. Robbie didn't throw that many pitches, and he was good to go. Marcus?
How close were you to replacing Christopher before you replaced him? And did you factor in the fact, I'm not sure about this, but that David, I don't think, has had an up down this season?
Right, yeah. I did think about bringing him in on Kike, but he had handled Kike pretty good. Pitch count was still in.
Christopher?
Yes. Pitch count was still intact, and I thought that Call had actually better at-bats against Sanchi than Kike. I'm really trying to get him to the inning. So.
And about Robertson's up downs, was that a factor, or did that factor into your decision?
A little bit, but he only threw a couple of pitches. So.
Still, this game I more blame on the top of the lineup. That's basically it. I know Rob had some questionable decisions. I still blame the top of the lineup. Here's Kyle Schwarber.
Like I said, this is serious. You know, this is, if we went out and won 3 games, great. But we got to be able to come out on Monday and find a way to put together a competitive series and go from there. You know, that's what it is at the end of the day for us. And, you know, if we get it done, if we would have got it done in 3 games, that's great. But you know, there's 5 games for a reason, so you have to be able to go out there on Monday and get right back to work.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you much. They're not going to tell you much. These interviews are really not going to be much. Matt Strom on the loss. It's a loss in the playoffs. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, not much. Not much. Not much. No, not really seeing anything else. So your Game 2 starter is going to be Jesus Luzardo, and he's going up against Blake Snell. Had that. The Dodgers obviously are favored in the game as well. Dodgers were favored going into tonight's game. Dodgers are a -120 on the money line. Phillies are exactly even. So take that as you may. Take that as you may. It's top of the lineup. It's the top of the lineup. Those are the guys that failed. Those are the guys that failed. Man. This goddamn baseball team, man. This goddamn baseball team. I'm not saying the series is over, but I lost a whole boat of confidence after this game just watching the top of the lineup. I understand Shohei Ohtani has a lot of... He's a very nasty pitcher. I'm not trying to take anything away from Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Shohei Ohtani is a very talented player. He's the best player in baseball, obviously. He's a great pitcher, fantastic hitter. He's got some nasty pitches. You might struggle against Ohtani. Not this bad. Not the way your top of the lineup struggled. Not the way your top of the lineup struggled. Your top of the lineup needs to... And you're going to be facing tough pitching throughout the entire postseason. Your top of the lineup needs to do something. They just need to. Top of the lineup needs to do something. Matt Strom is talking too. Blah, blah, blah. Honestly, let's hear what Matt Strom has to say.
Just missed over the plate a little bit.
Just missed your spot.
Yeah, just missed over the plate a little bit.
Feel you had a good plan.
Yeah, I feel like got gut punched on missing 2 pitches, and one of the 2 got damaged.
Does this feel at all like game 1 of last year's NLDS? Just how it kind of went down?
I don't know. I forgot about last year.
Did you think it was going to, the way it was preparing, I don't know, did you have any sense
Yeah,
of
I mean,
that?
off the bat, I didn't think it was going to be a homer. Thought maybe Kepper Bader might have a play at the wall, and then especially how both of them reacted, and then just kept carrying.
Not really going to give much. It's crazy, boys. It is crazy. Well, we do have a voicemail here on the Anytime Hotline. It is Sean. That's our only call here. We'll get to a lot of you guys in the chat as well. You guys are piling up the live chat as we speak. There's 34 people in here as we speak as well. I appreciate you all being here as well, wallowing in my misery, whether it's all Phillies fans or Dodgers fans wanting to rub it in. Let's get to Sean. Let's see what Sean's got to say.
Red October, more like Dead October. You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I said I cannot back this team fully because I don't trust their hitters. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, they come up small when you need them to come up big. And Harrison Bader gets hurt on top of that. I mean, a shame for Christopher Sanchez, but the fact of the matter is, if Shohei Ohtani was throwing his breaking stuff early in the game, he'd have pitched a shutout anyway. The Phillies cannot hit legitimate postseason pitching. It's the same bunch of scumbags that we've seen for 5 freaking years. I mean, I can't be surprised at this. Ohtani goes 0 for 5 at the plate. Mookie Betts, I don't think, had a hit. And Freeman gets one little single to left field. And you still get beat by 2 runs at home. Inexcusable. Kyle Schwarber, you want a bunch of money? You didn't show up tonight, my man. And neither did Bryce Harper. He's still busy giving his kid goofy names as opposed to going out there and performing.
Well, let's not go that far, Sean. Let's not complain about his kid's name, Sean. Come on, man, you're better than that. I know you're frustrated, Sean. We don't go out there making fun of his kids' names. Kind of disappointed in you there, Sean. We don't go after children.
Just another disgusting postseason effort by your non-fighting Phils. This series will be over sooner rather than later.
I'm disappointed in you there, Sean. I like, yeah, factual wise with the game, yes, but why are you going after Harper's kids? Why? Why are you going after Harper's kids? I don't know, that weirded me out. That threw me in for a loop. I apologize. That Sean's, I appreciate Sean. He's a reliable caller. He calls in all the time. I was not expecting that. Going after Harper's kids. Why? Why do you got to make fun of Harper's kids' names? I don't know. That rubbed me the wrong way. That rubbed me the wrong way. But besides that, factual-wise, yeah, with the game itself, I agree with that stuff. That completely threw me off. That completely threw me off. I apologize for that. But, yeah. Agree with the facts. Disappointed that Sean went after Harper's kids. Not sure why he did that. Austin, how you doing? Don't have anything to say, just utterly disappointed. Yeah, that's basically where I'm summed up at. Harrison Bader pulled... Well, it's a groin now. So, it's still not good. Pulling a groin. Bullpen stink. Our bullpen stinks. Strum and Robertson stink. Bats go cold. The words of the past 3 years or more. Phillies offense really needs a Mr. October. That's the difference between the Dodgers and the Phillies. Dodgers offense and the Phillies offense. Yeah, probably. Sick. Gut punch. Have a blessed evening to you. Thank you. Mullet petition for Alvarado. I was so overconfident, forgot how stacked the Dodgers are. Our potential Mr. October got knocked out by his hamstring. Well, his groin now. Is anybody surprised? This is so boring already. I'm numb. Only home team to lose. Sosa 151 as a pinch hitter. What the fuck was Thompson alive in this game? Well, then, if you didn't pinch hit Edmundo Sosa in that situation, then people would have been complaining, oh, why are you making Brandon Marsh face the lefty? So, Rob wasn't winning that situation. 1, 2, 3 rotor garbage. Yep. Bullpen is still trash, but call me crazy. I feel confident for Monday. I'd love to feel that confidence. Chuck's blaming Rob Thompson. Well, yeah, I'm not saying Rob doesn't deserve any blame. I think 1, 2, 3 in the lineup deserve more blame than Rob. Why wouldn't you put Edmundo Sosa at shortstop? Is Edmundo Sosa really the difference in this game? Playing shortstop? Is he really the difference? Why bring Strom in when Tanner Banks was available? Tanner Banks isn't going to pitch high leverage. That just wasn't going to be the case. Tanner Banks was never going to pitch high leverage. ADG. Phillies had our number in the regular season, so as a Dodgers fan, I was concerned about this series, but it looks like the series will be very competitive. We'll probably go all 5 games, go Dodger blue. Well, there's a Dodgers fan that is concerned about the Phillies. Man, it's two completely different ends of the spectrum. Phillies fans are way down on their team. Dodgers fans are nervous about the Phillies. At least this one Dodgers fan is. Phillies have some big bats over there. I'm always nervous about the top of our lineup. But the Dodgers lineup is scary because the entire lineup can connect even when our big bats don't. We've all seen this movie before. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. I'm sorry. I would say more. I know I'm probably harping on this too much. Why are you going after the kids? Sean, I don't know if you're watching this or anything. I just want to know, why did you go after Harper's kids? Why? What? You could have done anything else with Harper. You could have done anything. Why his kids? Why their names? Why you got to make fun of his kids' names? I don't know. It's just, like I said, it rubs me the completely wrong way. It rubbed me the completely wrong way. I don't know how you guys feel about that. It's just, it completely threw me in for a loop, and now I don't even know what to say. It's crazy. Oh, look, the Union won the Supporters Shield. I don't even know what that means. Just, now my cat's meowing. Oh, they had the most points in the MLS. Oh, that's what the supporter shield is. What are you doing, little Shoko? She's on my bureau, just staring at me. I've heard a lot of great Sean calls, but that wasn't one. Now, I can understand frustration gets away with it. I'm sure Sean was frustrated. I think he just took his frustration out on the wrong thing. I'm sure Sean will have a response in his next call for Game 2. Or he'll probably have a response in the call tomorrow for the Eagles recap, probably. If he does call. Yeah, it's, Phillies, huh? That's what they do to us. And maybe that's a good thing they have a day off. Don't play till Monday. And the Eagles are the focus tomorrow. 1 o'clock Eagles, Broncos. As my cat jumps on the desk. As everything shakes. Because she doesn't know what she wants to do. Will you go lay down? Little goof, please. I'm trying to do something here. I'm talking to the people. I am talking to the people. Go on the bed. Go on the bed. Go. The bed's right there. You have a whole bed to yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cats. I saw enough. I think it's over. And I don't blame people for feeling like that. Granted, I feel like that in the back of my mind. Not saying it, but I feel like it. Gotta be honest with you. Man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. Not Phillies, Eagles. Eagles recap tomorrow. Eagles Broncos. Hopefully, we'll find a way to see how the Eagles frustrate us tomorrow with their offense. In theory, they should beat the Broncos. In theory. Yeah, they're due for a loss. Are they still going to have the same offensive concerns? Probably. Now there's all talk about A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith being very frustrated with their use in the offense, or their lack of use. Interesting time right now. Interesting time right now. Yeah, that'll do it for tonight. That'll do it for tonight. The Phillies just drive me, ugh. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. Broncos have a really good D-line. I feel bad because I literally outlined this scenario before the game as being the most likely losing case. It's your fault then, Austin. It's your fault then. So, that'll do it for tonight, everybody. Gotta eventually wait for Brodes to upload his recap, which he's probably almost doing, or he's just getting finished. Not entirely sure. But, we'll back tomorrow, recapping the Birds and all that stuff. So we'll see. Game 5 will be the turning point for the Eagles this year as it was last year. I'm more confident in them than I am in the Phillies. Oh, yeah, I could definitely easily say that. If any one factor didn't happen, we probably still win. Who knows? But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow to recap Eagles, Broncos, and then the rest of this Phillies series as it goes on. So, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. With the YouTube algorithm, use the code TTPSPORTS. $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Don't pass it up. And we'll be back tomorrow. Back tomorrow afternoon to recap the Birds. And then the rest of this series.